All right. We should be okay.
Are we, Grimm?
No,
Are we
no,
gonna be okay?
no. We're in the middle of this daggone tunnel.
And you wanted this tunnel. Might I add that?
Well, unfortunately, this tunnel is like the only. This tunnel, right? This is a like necessary part of the game. I just hate
But
it.
necessary for who? For what? What are we getting ready to do?
Um. Well.
We're getting ready to die. That's what we're getting ready to do.
Oh no, we're not gonna die.
All right. So,
Yeah.
quick start. Like, okay. Star W is what I'm going to dub it. Star W, IX. Yeah, I'm gonna dub it that. Have you seen the trailer for it yet?
Oh yeah.
What'd you think?
Um. It was a lot of why.
Um, are we going with cousins?
No. Um. Because I'm hoping okay. So here's the thing. When I first saw it, I was immediately going with, why didn't you just turn evil?
But yeah, I
Like,
mean, she does have the face for it, doesn't she? She's
no,
always angry in the face.
no, it's not her anger. I mean, I think that that's the one like storyline that we haven't seen, um, like done well. Okay, because the only like Jedi to Sith transition that we have right now is prequel.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say this now. That's bad.
Yeah. I mean,
Not yeah. No, that's bad. Like
I mean,
they're still bad, regardless of how
like,
bad the new movies are. The prequels are still awful.
well, here's the thing. Like, despite what the GL has said, you know, there's still books and there's still a lot of comics that, tell a good story. So, and as you can see, like, a lot of the new movies kind of pull off that old fan base, kind of like disproving what the creator has always said, like those aren't canon, which kind of shatters the dream of every fan. And I've knows like cut ties for that. I'm just like, dude, it's good to your heart. There's 3 BF books out there, man. There's 3 origins. Let them still be his origin. This is just what Hollywood has given us with the materials they have. And honestly, I like seeing lightsabers. I like seeing space cowboys. I like space.
Um,
I was okay with the trailer, but
I'm not angry at the trailer. I've seen every single one of these Christmas Day, and I think this is like the first year I'm not going to.
are you
Because,
are you going to see it?
oh yeah. It's just not I'm not gonna see it Christmas Day.
Oh, I've always waited, like, ever since episode 1. I did that opening night and got hyped with the crowd, and then when it was over, I've never watched another one on opening day.
Oh no. Me and Animal, like that was our tradition. And then I don't know what's going on with him now. Unfortunately, like we would go
Same.
out. It was just like one of the things that we used to do. We would go out and we would watch movies. We would love watching movies because they're amazing. Like we did the whole Back to the Future thing. We did the whole like Star Wars thing. We're happy with it.
Yeah. I could see
And I'm going to go see this movie, and I'm going to give it the best shot I can.
that. Like when you and I went to go see Justice League.
Yeah, I'm going to give it the best possible, like, they're doing their best, right? That I can
so
possibly give this movie. That's what it's going to be.
You're like one of those Tim Burton stop-start motion people with trying to crinkle a smile that can't possibly naturally do it.
Oh, God.
It's great. Sign me up for another one, chop.
Well, I don't hate. That's the problem.
Hold
So
on. Did we just crush this conversation for just a wee bit moment?
yeah.
Why is an Oddish kicking an Onyx's ass? What
Because-
happened? What?
He's
And why didn't you catch the Onyx?
I threw an attack at the Onyx and it died.
What? You could have named him Snake Guy.
I already have it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
continuing our conversation.
so this is the problem that I have with all the Star Wars movies currently, the current era Star Wars movies.
Oh, we've done it now. We're gonna get hit, Grimm. We're gonna get hit.
No, my problem is that I kind of wish that they were better. I watched them the first time, and the first time you watch one of the new Star Wars movies, it's amazing. They all have Phantom Menace syndrome, all of them. Where the first time I watched the movie, they're flat out beautiful. I was really, really hyped. So I came out of Force Awakens, and I was like, that's a solid 8. That movie is a solid 8. Last
I'm not
Jedi.
gonna lie. I have discrepancies with Last Jedi, but all in all, I think it was Empire. I think it has Empire Strikes Back syndrome, where you're going to meet half of the crowd that absolutely hated it, and half that absolutely loved it. There is like I have not really met an in between yet, which is like Empire Strikes Back syndrome.
Yeah, I got that. That makes sense to me. That being said, right? Subsequent viewings of that movie have kind of poisoned it for me.
Fair enough. I mean, getting a second view of what you originally saw, kind of like getting the finer details of the picture and realizing that's not what I thought I saw.
Plus, I'm one of those people who can't turn their brain off.
I know that feeling. Yeah. It's hard to do it for movies these days, especially with knowing a lot of source material.
Like so like the Last Jedi thing, like we've been saying for years. Okay, you know the scene. It's the entire reason why everyone gets mad at the Last Jedi. It's the light speed scene, right?
I understand why that was
It's
so
a
mad.
cool scene, but for years. Yes. What can I for that? I'll delete absorb for that. Thank you. But for years we've been like doing the math, and we're like, yeah, this is a proper way to kill a Death Star, right? It wouldn't even take that much. Why don't they do that ever? And then the rules became very simply for us. The reason they don't do that is because that would kind of kill how the movie works. Right?
I mean, especially if the Death Star was like a planet. Wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah, like that would kill how the movie works. Because you wouldn't...
Catch that.
I can't. This is a actual trainer fight.
Damn it! I'm gonna name him Tony.
This is a trainer fight. I can't just catch things.
I didn't see it as a trainer. I'm sorry. I'm focused on our conversation. It's
Yeah.
hard to be funny, and you know, but then I have questions too. Like, why did we go with emo Oddish?
I love you.
Why did
Oddish.
Oddish hate? What does Oddish hate life?
I'm gonna be honest
Really
with you.
like-
I drew that and I was like, okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And I have no complaints.
It's like, ugh, I don't have time for this. Get out of my way, Geodude. You're cramping my style. All I do is bleed black and relinquish my soul with deep poetry that you can't understand, man. You'll never understand. See it now.
Okay, we went too far there. But no, anyway, back to Star Wars real quick. Yeah, so I gave The Last Jedi when I first saw it. I gave that about a 6. Right?
That's fair.
I gave it a 6. And I have no problem giving it a 6. I think that the writing was weaker than The Force Awakens.
I feel like I see what you're saying because it feels like the whole ship being chased and running out of fuel and just staying up. I feel like that was all filler.
That's a Star Trek plot.
Ouch. But
No. You can tell me that you could see the Enterprise on an intergalactic fuel problem.
I mean, the only thing I can think that Star Trek really... I'm a TGN kid, or TNG kid, so,
Right.
I mean, like, the only thing I can relate to is Season 7, which is, like, the stop the warping, man, you're hurting the universe. Like, kind of like touch base episode,
Uh-huh.
and kind of like continuing touch bases and anyway, so like Rant aside, like never have I seen an episode where they've just tried to like barely run out of fuel to keep out of the range.
No.
of blasters.
When I say that that's a Star Trek plot, I'm not saying that
But it's an actual plot.
Right, it's an actual plot from Star Trek. What I'm saying here is that watching enough Star Trek in your lifetime, can you honestly say that you would not see an episode of Star Trek being The Last Jedi's plot, B plot?
I mean, I could see that. I really could. But like, I just feel like, and I can see it being. I totally see it being a Star Trek. However, I just see it as filler. Like, they cut a lot of the story that everybody kind of wanted to see, and kind of the title insinuated you'd see the most of, was about collectively about probably 30 minutes of the whole movie, where like we're fat Richie aristocrat people are making fat buku dollars off the galactic and
The Canto
Empire.
Bite thing? Oh.
Yeah. It was nice. I mean, I liked it. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I still feel like, okay, that's what I kind of thought war was. Somebody was making profit off the ships that they bought and the weapons they sold. So, and, it just makes sense that, the Empire has the most money because they have control of most of the resources, so they can afford the better stuff. And the rebels, afford the used and the hand-me-down. I totally get that. But, like, we got a Jedi over here. We got a Sith over here. We got story kind of trying to make its way through. But I'm going to sit back and hope that it digs its way out while I watch this. Oh, profiteering. Got it.
Have you ever
To find the lot guy.
Have you ever done any screenwriting? Ever?
Sadly, I have not. So my judgment is no.
No. You have a valid opinion, regardless of whether you've done something like that. In fact, your opinion might be more valid than mine because I've done some screenwriting. And you are the end user of the project, whereas I am the guy who knows too much.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
No, we're not evolving you. I like you as an Amish.
Why?
But
You could
yeah.
be
So you're
belligerent gloom.
I'm looking at it from the lens of someone who's done some screenwriting, and I'm like, guys, that's not a small amount of plot holes. You have the canyon of plot holes just sitting there.
It kind of is in the shape of we're being chased down by the bad guys.
Not only do you have a canyon of plot holes.
No!
You
No, Grimm! You
What?
didn't see who we're going against, did you?
No.
We're going against Trainer Lucas.
Oh, get out of here.
No, we are! We've done it! We've done it! We broke it! We're talking about it! And now the game's getting distracted. It's just like, Trainer Lucas, no, I didn't mean to do that, but it's already there, so I can't go back. Whoa, check me out, man. He's so happy, or it looks like lipstick. Because he's so pretty.
That's just his open mouth, dude. Anyway. So, yeah, like, I'm sitting there doing screenwriting stuff, and I'm just like, guys, yeah, why are we here? What is this important? Like, why is this important? What is going on? Explain yourselves. And then you have tonal shifts. Tonal shifts were terrible in The Last Jedi. No, I don't. This is going to be a thing.
Just get that Vileplume out of here, man, and keep it. Like, should name him Vile and Emo Vile.
Well, I don't want a Vileplume. I'm going to try to get a Bellossom.
Catch that.
Let me see if I can. Sleep powder.
Bob left, baby. Oh no.
Why do you want me to catch this anyway?
Because Onyx is sweet.
Oh, I don't have Pokeballs.
Oh, then it must die.
We'll come back for it.
Okay.
We'll get an Onyx, I promise. But no, like, I'm just sitting there going like, guys, no, tonal shifts, stop doing that. Stop making, we're in the middle of a Nazi base.
Like,
why are we laughing?
Like, we were having so much fun, and then it escalated so quickly. How did we get here?
No. Like, when I say total shifts, I mean, we're in the middle of, like, I forget what that ship is called. It's, what's his name ship, right?
The Star Destroyer?
Not the Star Destroyer, the thing that was the new big ship. The Supremacy.
That's what they called it?
Yeah, that's what they called it. We're in the middle of that ship. We have Rose, who is completely wasted in this film, and John Boyega, I forget what his Finn. We have Finn and Rose in this film, dressed up, trying to infiltrate stuff, and for some odd reason, BB-8 is running around blind and hitting his face into stuff to make you laugh. And I'm like, no, this is the most serious part that these two are going to ever get.
It's true. Like, they were seriously the determination whether, and it's just, they failed because the dude was bought out with more money.
No, he's just kind of a dick. Speaking of which, he's the actual problem with The Last Jedi. Him. He's the actual problem.
The fact that they had to go find him, or the fact that he even exists?
No, he takes away from Rose.
I mean, it is a high named actor.
I don't care. He's not going to be in your next film, right? But whenever there's a situation in which Rose is supposed to do something, right? Because she's an engineer. At least that's what I thought. Turns out she's not. But like when I originally saw her, I thought, oh, engineer, we're good. We're good to go. Every time there's a part where she could do some engineering or be like the cool engineering chick, she doesn't. DJ does stuff.
True. It's
and I'm
true.
like, why? Why is DJ doing this? Like, hey, if we get onto the ship, I can turn off the shields. All we need is someone to hack the, all we need is someone to hack the shields to get us into the base. And afterwards, I can take care of everything. That's what I thought was going to happen. No, that's not what happens. And it hurts.
Oh, okay.
It hurts every time. Because, like, she's a decent character. She's your engineering chick. That's what she's there for. Why are you not using her?
Well, I did start DB on Star Wars. I started her with and I know you're gonna hate me for this, and I know I'm gonna get yelled at for this. I started her with Solo. I'm gonna get yelled at for everybody for this.
That's not
just because
bad.
it's like, it's not really giving anything away. It's kind of, she meets him later on, and then I moved on to Rogue One, which was basically like, a prelude to Star Wars. It's just a side story, but really not giving too much away. Kind of being like, oh, who are these menacing characters? Who's that? And then it kind of takes off, like, kind of sets up really well episode 4, which is what we started with, was episode 4, and we went 5, and then 6. Yeah. And then I gotta go ahead and show her 1, 2, and 3, so that way we can watch 7 and 8 and be ready for 9.
So growing up, I actually am one of the people who watch Star Wars in chronological order, up until Rogue One.
Well, I feel like this way it kind of gives it more of a nostalgia feeling because we had to wait for those, and she's never seen them before.
What, Solo
So
and
I
Rogue
kind
One?
of well, she hadn't seen those, but like she's seen them now. But like I'm talking about Star Wars in general, she's never seen them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's kind of the reason I've started it in that fashion, like 4 or 5, like just kind of giving her like the old school, like what she kind of missed out on, and then we're gonna touch back on 1, 2, and 3 after we watched it. Like after I get her watching it for like the first time, I mean, how we watch it after that is anybody's ball game. So just as long as she gets it in, she needs to watch 1, 2, and 3, and then I guess we could start on 7 and 8 and then watch 1, 2, 3 later.
No. You should really watch 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's true.
Like 1, 2, and 3 are the good ones.
But it's I don't know, man. I really don't like the half-ass Boba Fett storyline on it. I really don't.
He wasn't supposed to be important. He's just someone who's there to sell toys.
I mean, that's true. No, I mean, like, no, I don't think he was. I personally,
Like,
I know that Kenner made like a lot of money off of it because, you know, Lucas had no idea what he was doing in the toy department. But, you know, overall, I think that he wasn't really like there to make money. I think because he was mysterious and, you know, one of the first things that people saw that had like, you know, oh shit, he looks pretty badass and he's a bounty hunter? Yeah, what's he do all day?
he's a cowboy. Like
yeah.
literally, he has all the hallmarks of the stranger trope, and then George kills him off because literally the story's not about him. Like, replace him with Clint Eastwood.
I mean, true. I could see that happening.
Yeah, he has all the hallmarks of it, but again, the story's not about him, so George just kills him off because he had nowhere to go with him.
He could have done so much more. I mean, like,
He could have.
he was a
but
mercenary.
the story is not about him.
He could have been incorporated into the story.
The story's not about him.
Damn it, Grimm, let me have this.
No. This is not yours.
This is everybody's. It's everybody that's a fan.
That's the problem. That's the issue. That so yeah, I said some things that I cannot take back now. I think that Rose isn't the problem. Anyone who says Rose is the problem doesn't understand like how that character was supposed to go. The writing is terrible.
Internet, here we come.
The writing is absolutely awful. And I kind of hope that Rian Johnson never touches that universe ever again.
Well, here's the thing, Grimm. I think a lot of people out there might agree with you. I think a lot of my people might comment below. Pokemon. A game where friends come together and hunt little monsters and battle them for fun.
No, this is being called Star Wars in the Rock Tunnel. That's this entire episode. I will make a 30-minute episode just called Star Wars in the Rock Tunnel.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we can get off of that, away from that. I don't know what to transition to, dude.
That's triggered.
I don't know what to transition to.
Well.
What do we do? What do we do?
Oh, well.
Marvel. No, that's just another bag of. That's just another bag of worms right now.
It's all owned by the same company that we dare not speak of. Ever.